Hi, I'm Darren Root, Executive Editor of CPA Practice Advisor. I'm here today with Jim Bourke, friend of mine, also on the Board of Directors of the AICPA and Chairman of Tech Plus.
Correct.
Welcome.
Happy to be here, Darren.
You didn't have far to go.
No, I didn't. This is probably the closest conference I do to home. I love it.
I bet.
I love it right here in the city. A few minutes from Penn Station.
A couple things, Jim. One, you guys at Witham Smith & Brown, I think, are doing as good a job as anybody in the profession at helping change the image to what the profession really is today.
We try.
I mean, you guys, I love your videos. Every time you put one out, I link my kids to it. They love the videos.
Darren, we love doing them, man.
So you guys do a great job. So if anybody hasn't seen those,
go check them out. They're all, you can get them off our website at witham.com, but you could also they're right there on YouTube. So we're up to 3 videos now, and we just have a great time for putting these things together. And you know what, the other part, it starts at the top. So everyone from our managing partner, you will see our managing partner in every single one of the videos.
It's the first managing partner I've watched dance and actually not think it was that bad.
I'm glad you actually give him enough credit and say he can dance, but that's...
So you and I spent some time last fall, and I actually attended a class that you did at Digital CPA, where Hurricane Sandy had just hit, and you were talking about the impact with a couple other people that had been through some disasters.
Right.
And I listened to you guys talk about the impact that had on your firm. And so we put you guys on the cover of the May issue of CPA Practice Advisor, and Isaac O'Bannon did an interview with you and the managing partner on the impact that it had. So tell our listeners a little bit about what you learned going through the process of, I think 9 of 14 offices were affected by the storm. Tell our listeners a little bit about that impact and what you learned from that.
It was huge. As you mentioned, we had 9 of our 14 offices that were in the direct path of Sandy, and the worst hit office was shut down for over 300 hours. The biggest problem we had was the mental issue. What happened is our staff came back to work. Some of our offices had opened up about 36 hours after Sandy hit. They came back physically, but mentally they were in other places. Every one of my office is in Red Bank, New Jersey, down along Jersey Shore, very hardest hit in Monmouth County. And what we had, our staff came back, they were thinking about people they knew that were impacted, helping other people. So we gave them the opportunity to go out, help in the communities where our offices are located, help our clients. It was just a tough time. I mean, so many of our staff, a handful of our staff, lost their homes. We set up an internal fund to help those that needed help, that didn't have either insurance or insurance recovery wasn't enough, or FEMA didn't come through for them. So we tried to do that. It was a huge emotional time. And now here we are, literally a few days past 6 months after the storm hit, and we are still feeling the effects of the storm. Our offices are functional, things are good, people are good, and their homes are starting to be rebuilt. But it was a huge learning experience for us, Darren. I'll tell you, you know what, I watch TV all the time. You saw what happened in Joplin. You feel for those people. You feel for those companies and people that are there. You saw what happened in New Orleans, but you don't feel the same way unless you are there. You're in it. You're part of it. And I will tell you, I have such a greater appreciation now for those weather-related tragedies than ever before. And again, some of the things that we've done post Sandy. Things like communications, things like deploying texting solutions, things like that. We learned a lot. We had a great disaster recovery plan, but I'll tell you, it could have been better. And I'll tell you today, it is better.
Well, you, I'm sure, felt the brunt of a lot of this too, because you're the IT partner, right?
Absolutely.
So all of a sudden, everybody's looking and saying,
I don't have my email, I don't have access, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It was a huge problem. So again, we learned that the importance of data centers, get those machines, the servers, the data, the programs out of your bricks and mortar, get them to data centers, get them secure, get them in places where they're going to exist in the event of a major problem.
Give me our listeners, your number one takeaway from the storm.
Number one takeaway deals with communications. Whatever you do, you need to be able to communicate with your staff, your clients, your partners. Come up with a solution that allows you to communicate in the time of need, in a time of storms. Because if you have a breakdown in communication, literally, which is what happened to us in the beginning, I alluded to in the magazine, that will never, ever happen again. You need a line of communication to find out what's going on. And the staff have a need. They want to know, where do I go? Where do I go to work? What do I do? Is everything okay?
Well, in a storm like that, you can't count on a phone tree because the phone system may be out.
25% of the cell towers are down in 4 states. You couldn't make a call.
Right.
But texting went through sporadically, but it went through.
I bet your website was important.
Our website was extremely important. We took over our internal website. We used that as our primary place where our staff went when they had access to see, here's the status of all of our offices. Do I have work tomorrow? Stay home or go to this location? That was how we communicated.
I appreciate all the work you do for the AICPA and the profession.
Thank you for covering a very, very important topic, Jerry.
Great job. Thanks.